Hey everyone, what an absolute mess the last few days have been. We'll be talking about the latest updates on the GMM TV situation and how the ongoing controversy is already leading to fan meeting cancellations. Nawat is once again under fire after throwing shade at Engfa and bringing up her past. Freen's content was leaked, Becky updates, and Orm is facing criticism after being called unprofessional over a viral interview clip. We'll also talk about Motion Mind's statement regarding Shelly Pando series, updates on Enjoy's new company, new GL trailers, and series announcements, plus plenty of smaller updates along the way. As always, everything will be timestamped, so let's get right into it. Okay everyone, an update on the GMM TV Chinese fan incident. A quick recap. The fan allegedly cut the line and security was called because she was accused of not following the event's guidelines. She refused to leave, the event was being disrupted, so security tried to remove her. At one point, she kicked one of the security guards, and the guard reacted as well. Thai fans are angry at GMM TV for suspending security guards, saying she was just doing her job. Meanwhile, Chinese fans are angry at GMM TV, accusing the company of discrimination and excessive use of force. Now, I told you guys the situation was going to escalate further, and it did. Over the last 48 hours, this story has been all over the news. Thailand's Ministry of Foreign Affairs was asked to comment on the incident. The Ministry of Tourism apologized to the Chinese fan, and the Chinese embassy also released an official statement. Mark and Junior are also being mass harassed online because this happened at their event. But if you've seen the videos, they actually tried to understand what was going on. They walked closer to the scene, but their staff quickly stopped them from getting involved. Some Chinese fans are now demanding that Mark and Junior apologize as well. Mark was even being stalked and filmed inside the GMM TV building. Since then, he has deactivated both his Instagram and X accounts. I told you guys this would eventually affect the GL girls too, and unfortunately, it has. Yesterday, North Star Entertainment released a statement announcing that Apple and Mim's first fan meeting in Macau has been canceled because the local Chinese organizer withdrew from the event, making it impossible for the company to proceed as planned. The event was scheduled for 22 August. The organizers also released a statement saying the cancellation was due to the ongoing situation surrounding the Chinese fan incident. On top of that, fan signing events for 4 GMM TV BL actors have also been canceled, including Chokun, C, Austin, and Keen. Many BL fan clubs permanently closed today. They said, "We are not supporting their artists anymore." This situation has really opened Pandora's box, and it's now spilling over, affecting artists from other companies as well. Not just GMM TV. GMM TV also released another statement. They said that both parties involved in the dispute had filed complaints against each other. The security guard also filed a complaint against the fan. According to them, both parties met yesterday to discuss the incident, clarify what happened, and reach a mutual understanding. In the end, they resolved the matter, reached common ground, and both sides agreed to withdraw their complaints. They also voluntarily removed social media posts related to the incident. As for the security guard who had been suspended, GMM TV has now lifted the suspension, and she will return to work. Has this statement calmed the situation down? Not really. I honestly think we're going to see more fan meeting cancellations. China is such a giant market, of course companies like them, so this situation could have much bigger consequences. Chinese social media users are also once again calling for stricter visa policies toward Thailand, which is something I've talked about in previous videos. This lead to fan meet cancellations in past as well. So yeah, this whole situation is still unfolding. The siblings has also gotten involved because of the racist remarks being exchanged between some Chinese and Thai netizens online. Meanwhile, GMM TV could be facing another controversy. A Thai actor and model named Yuki has been posting on TikTok accusing his ex-boyfriend, who he claims is a BL actor under a major entertainment company, of physically and emotionally abusing him during their one-year relationship and so much more. Yuki hinted that the actor works for the same company that recently terminated another young actor's contract while saying they do not support violence. Here he is referring to GMM TV and the recent Justin situation. According to Yuki, when he experienced abuse during the relationship, he reported it to the company's management but says they did not help him. He argues that the company is being hypocritical if it publicly says it has zero tolerance for violence while harboring an abuser under their management. Yuki says he has now filed a police complaint and legal case against his ex. He's also been posting receipts on TikTok, including messages and other evidence. He even claims that people connected to his ex were sent to watch him outside his home. It's a very serious situation, and as of now, these are allegations that will ultimately need to be addressed through the legal process. Online, many people believe the company involved is GMM TV, with critics saying the company doesn't genuinely care about violence or support victims. We'll have to wait and see how this develops and whether the company responds. Next, let's talk about Nawat. He took a short break from drama, but he's back, and this time it's not Charlotte, it's Engfa. If you guys remember, earlier this month, Engfa fainted during the blessing ceremony for Lady B. It was caught on camera, and everyone became worried about her health because she'd had back-to-back events and appearances that week. MGI later released a statement saying that her condition had returned to normal. That sparked a lot of discussion online, with many fans accusing MGI of overworking Engfa. Now, Mr. Nawat addressed the situation during a live stream. I'm sure someone in the comments brought it up because this is what he said. "That's rude. You never think about the time we helped your Engfa when she was sued for 1.3 billion baht. The time she was going to run off on vacation to Singapore with me? Who stopped her? If I hadn't, she would have run off far away. Maybe I should have just let her go from the start. I'm not asking for gratitude, but who was there by your artist's side? You guys have no brains? Please don't send me anything anymore." The people saying the company never gives Engfa a break, that's ridiculous. Then they say, I'm the one who brought back her schedule so she could judge Mute. So what? Let me tell you, I gave her an 11-day break. And let me say this again. Don't ask where Engfa is going, who she's with, or why she didn't invite this person or that person. I'm starting to feel like GMM TV. I just want to sue everyone and get it over with, but I'm too lazy. They're all anonymous accounts anyway. We also have to blame our own artist. She's the one who said, I work so hard I have no time to rest. Then fans imagine that we treat people like slave labor. There are days off. But if the breaks are too long, the work won't come in, right? Having work is already a good thing. Please tell Engfa to remind her fans, especially the ones on Twitter. They've gone too far insulting me. I don't want fans like that. And those of you who are struggling financially or whose families are having a hard time, please stop sending gifts to artists. Your behavior has gone too far. Well, I think his behavior is what's out of line. The case he's referring to goes back to 2022 when Engfa won the beauty pageant. Before she could even celebrate her victory, her former agency filed a lawsuit against her, accusing her of breaching her contract and demanding compensation of up to 1.3 billion baht. The agency argued that her participation in the pageant and its related activities violated the contract. Engfa and Nawat denied the allegations, saying the contract was unfair. The agency also claimed that Engfa's mother had signed a 12-year contract with them when Engfa was only 17 years old. This became a very high-profile lawsuit that lasted for about 2 years. In the end, Engfa won the civil case. According to the court's findings, her lawyers argued that the relevant singer and actress contract only lasted 5 years, roughly from 2013 to 2018, and had already expired by the time she participated in singing competitions, provincial pageants, and Miss Grand Thailand 2022. Because of that, the court ruled in her favor. However, the former agency later filed an appeal. As of now, there haven't been any further public updates on that case. Now, Nawat has brought this up before. He has previously claimed that Engfa left him to deal with the lawsuit by himself. That's essentially what he's repeating now when he says, I helped Engfa. She was going to run off to Singapore. That phrase, the beauty queen disappeared. She ran off on a trip and got drunk, was actually a huge controversy back in 2022. A lot of people started criticizing and trolling Engfa after those claims surfaced. At the time, Engfa addressed it during a live stream. She denied that she had run away. She explained that after 5 months of nonstop work, she was exhausted and simply went to Singapore to visit her sister. Not a boyfriend, as some rumors claimed. She also apologized for not informing Nawat personally about the trip, but clarified that she had informed her production company before leaving. It seems that Engfa not telling Nawat directly really hurt his ego back then, and 4 years later, nothing seems to have changed because he's still describing it as if she ran away, even though Engfa herself has repeatedly denied that characterization. And why does Nawat act like helping Engfa with that lawsuit was some kind of charity? Ever since Engfa signed with MGI, this woman has worked herself to the bone. Even back when she went to Singapore, she said on her live that she had been working nonstop for 5 months and simply needed a break. Fast forward to 2026 and it's the same story all over again. Fans are begging him to give her some time to rest because she's being worked to the point of exhaustion. Yet somehow we're supposed to be grateful because he gave her 11 days off out of an entire year? And bringing up something that clearly traumatized Engfa while repeating the same accusations that Antis used against her back then is such a low blow. I also think this has burst the bubble some Engfa solo stans were living in. I've noticed that some Inglot solo fans believe Nawat only treats Charlotte badly, while Engfa is somehow his favorite and protected from all of this. You need to open your eyes. Nawat is like this with everyone. He's nobody's Papa Nawat. We seriously need to stop calling him that because he's the furthest thing from a father figure. So yeah, that's everything going on with this situation. Let me know what you guys think. Moving on, another woman who's clearly exhausted is Freen. She's now running her own company while juggling acting, preparing for her concert, and handling the responsibilities that come with being the CEO of Solon Entertainment. Yesterday, Freen shared a candid message saying she's been living life to the extremes lately. She admitted she's been completely draining her battery every single day from work, concert preparations, and the pressure of running a company. She also said she's been feeling emotionally overwhelmed and putting a lot of pressure on herself to make everything perfect. Later, Solon Entertainment released a statement saying that some of Freen's unreleased concert photos and promotional posters had been leaked on Instagram without the company's authorization. According to the statement, Freen had not approved the release of those materials, and the company requested that everyone stop sharing them and take the posts down. Honestly, that really sucks. Freen has been working incredibly hard on this concert, and having unreleased content leak before she was ready to share it must have been disappointing. Becky was also on X Spaces as well and gave fans a few updates about her life. She bought a new house and is planning to release new music this year. In fact, her first ever EP is coming soon. It will have 5 songs, and she even gave fans a little spoiler as well.
Tell me, do you love our friendship, but hate that we're friends? Are there 10,000 questions in your perfect head? If I told you I want you, would you say I love you instead? Or something's better
Moving on to Orm, she recently found herself facing some backlash over a clip from an interview.
เขาไปจดทะเบียนสมรสแล้ว
She was sitting alongside Kik Suajani, the senior actress who plays her mother-in-law. While Kik was answering a question seriously, Orm brought her microphone extremely close to her mouth. Earlier in the interview, she had also been playfully moving the microphone around, creating noises that were disrupting the team. When she made the noise again, Kik was in the middle of speaking. She suddenly stopped, looked startled, and turned toward Orm, wondering if she had said something wrong. Orm quickly responded, "Nothing, I just have ADHD." She then laughed to ease the awkward moment. That clip quickly spread online, and many viewers criticized Orm's behavior. Some called it disrespectful toward a senior actress, especially while she was speaking. Others said it looked unprofessional and accused her of using ADHD as an excuse. Some even made crude sexual jokes, brought up the award show incident where she made a mistake, and referenced other clips of her saying, "This isn't charm, it's disrupting other people's work, and you want to call it ADHD?" Now, I'm not a healthcare professional, so I'm not going to comment on ADHD itself. As for the claims that she was being disrespectful toward her senior, I watched more clips from the interview, and honestly, they seemed completely fine. They were laughing together, joking around, hugging, and appeared to have a good rapport. Of course, many fans also think this whole situation has been blown way out of proportion. After reading an article and watching the full context, I personally don't think it was something so major that it needed to become such a huge controversy. Maybe part of it comes down to cultural differences or different expectations of professionalism. I don't know. Motion Mind Entertainment has finally responded after receiving a lot of questions from fans about By Your Side Nico and the upcoming reality show. So, Motion Mind recently announced a reality show featuring their Generation 1 and 2 GL actresses. The announcement confused a lot of fans. People were asking, "What do you mean a reality show? What happened to Shelly Pando series? Where's Nico's GL? Why are you making a reality show instead of another GL?" First, the company confirmed that By Your Side is still in the preparation stage. The cast is continuing their acting training, they're securing sponsors, and working on the production because they want the series to be as high quality as possible instead of rushing it. As for the reality show coming next month, they explained that it's meant to give fans new content while the series is being prepared and also give everyone a chance to get to know the artist better. They also addressed Nako's future, saying they've already discussed everything with her, but she's still considering her options. Once a final decision has been made, they'll make an official announcement. Honestly, from the way they worded it, it does feel like Nako might be leaving the company soon. Moving on, Faye, Adam, and Fable Entertainment have all released statements. Adam has become the latest target of rumor mongering. People have been digging into her personal life, trying to find an ex-boyfriend, and even making up fake boyfriend rumors just to spread hate. Both Adam and the company said they've had enough of the constant harassment and announced they'll be taking legal action against those spreading false information. Next, Namtan and Film got really emotional during their recent fan meeting. Both of them were in tears with gratitude. Fans are saying they said after the fan con they're reportedly going straight into workshops for next series. Namtan also posted on Instagram saying, "Thank you for waiting for me," in reference to her. So yes, the project is still happening. Congratulations to Enjoy, who has officially announced her own company. After spending 13 to 14 years in the entertainment industry, I think it's great to see her become independent instead of signing another long-term contract. As for the rumors pairing Enjoy with Yada, I personally think that's just fans ghost shipping them. I don't think they're the next official pairing. Vel Curve Studio, the company behind Love Design, is introducing their second GL couple. If you remember the second couple from Love Design, Friend and Plam, they're getting their own GL and the company plans to announce it later this month. Meanwhile, there's still no sign of Cow Jane's second series. And in the current GL climate, that's not a great sign. It's already been months. At the very least, fans deserve a pilot poster or some kind of official update. Lastly, let's talk about the new trailers. Channel 3 released the 8-minute pilot for their next GL, Love Me to Hate Me, starring Tanya and her new partner. They're moving incredibly fast with them. As for the pilot itself, I'd say it's okay. It wasn't anything that really blew me away. It has that same pastel-colored Channel 3 soap opera aesthetic that you'd probably expect by now. The reactions have also been pretty divided. Some of the criticism is fair, especially regarding Tanya's acting and the rather average storyline. You're telling me she left her girlfriend for a designer bag and a sports car? Girl, she definitely watched GLs. It feels like a 2015 storyline. Even if this had come out 2 years ago, I probably would have been more excited about it. There are just so many good shows out there, you expect more. That being said, Tanya has definitely improved as an actress. She looks more confident. I can see the improvement. The chemistry is decent too. But yeah, they need to work on acting more. I'll definitely be watching and supporting the girls. Now, my favorite trailer of the week, Moonshadow. I am absolutely over the moon with this trailer. It gave me everything my little gay heart wanted from Emibonnie. And having Film in the cast, that's the cherry on top. This is so different from what we've seen Emmy and Bonnie do in Us. The whole sugar mommy dynamic is absolutely insane. Mother is back, and she definitely looks homophobic in this one too. And Jay, who is Jay even married to? Don't tell me, I don't want spoilers. Film is absolutely going to break our hearts in this series. Apparently, Key and Jay are friends as well, which makes me even more curious about where this story is going. I've only read the first couple of chapters of the novel, so I have no idea how the full story unfolds. I'm staying away from spoilers because I want to experience the rest of it through the series. I honestly can't wait to see how all of this plays out. I'm completely seated and already counting down the days until the first episode premieres on the 12th. Lastly, AI Girl, this show just keeps getting better every single week. I'm literally sitting here watching a robot cry, and I'm crying with her. The logic has completely left the chat. They're so in love that, at this point, I'm done trying to make it make sense. Yes, it's an unconventional relationship, but that's kind of the point. Love is outweighing logic. Love is winning. There was a time when people saw queer love as unconventional too, so I'm just enjoying the ride and seeing where the story takes us. Irene really surprised me though. I thought we were heading into a love triangle, but apparently not. Now there's a new theory going around that Irene is actually a robot herself who's training another robot, and that she might eventually replace AI. I thought Irene would come back and try to win Jen over so we'd get a human ending. But nope. Now everyone, majority of fans wants AI and Jen to be endgame. And of course, just like every week, they left us with another cliffhanger and a cameo for next week. You know Ran and her wife can actually help Ai and Jen to run away, move to another country. Peely have a shipping business, remember. Let's see what happens next. I'm so excited for next episode. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.